Good morning, my beautiful TikTok fam bam. Today is Thursday. We've already made it more than halfway through the week. So today we're going to be doing Psalms 49 and 50. So let's just dive in, shall we? Okay, so it says, Psalms 49 says, "Listen to this, all you people. Pay attention, everyone in the world, high and low, rich and poor, listen. For my words are wise and my thoughts are filled with insight. I listen carefully to many proverbs and solve riddles with inspiration from a harp. Why should I fear when trouble comes, when enemies surround me? They trust in their wealth and boast of great riches, yet they cannot redeem themselves from death by paying a ransom to God. Redemption does not come so easily, for no one can ever pay enough to live forever and never see the grave. Those who are wise must finally die, just like the foolish and senseless, leaving all their wealth behind. The grave is their eternal home, where they will stay forever. They may name their estates after themselves, but their fame will not last. They will die just like animals. This is the fate of fools, though they are remembered as being wise. Like sheep, they are led to the grave, where death will be their shepherd. In the morning, the godly will rule over them. Their bodies will rot in the grave, far from their grand estates. But as for me, God will redeem my life. He will snatch me from the power of the grave. So don't be dismayed when the wicked grow rich and their homes become ever more splendid. For when they die, they take nothing with them. Their wealth will not follow them into the grave. In this life, they consider themselves fortunate and are applauded for their success. But they will die like all before them and never again see the light of day. People who boast of their wealth don't understand they will die just like animals." Psalms 50. "The Lord, the Mighty One, is God, and He has spoken. He has summoned all humanity from where the sun rises to where it sets, from Mount Zion, the perfection of beauty. God shines in glorious radiance. Our God approaches, and He is not silent. Fire devours everything in His way, and a great storm rages around Him. He calls on the heavens above and earth below to witness the judgment of His people. Bring my faithful people to me, those who made a covenant with me by giving sacrifices. Then let the heavens proclaim His justice, for God Himself will be the judge. O my people, listen as I speak. Here are my charges against you, O Israel. I am God, your God. I have no complaint about your sacrifices or the burnt offerings you constantly offer. But I do not need the bulls from my barns or the goats from your pens. For all the animals of the forest are mine, and I own the cattle on 1,000 hills. I know every bird on the mountains, and all the animals of the field are mine. If I were hungry, I would not tell you, for all the world is mine and everything in it. Do I eat the meat of bulls? Do I drink the blood of goats? Make thankfulness your sacrifice to God, and keep the vows you made to the Most High. Then call on me when you are in trouble, and I will rescue you, and you will give me glory. But God says to the wicked, why bother reciting my decrees and pretending to obey my covenant? For you refuse my discipline and treat my words like trash. When you see thieves, you approve of them, and you spend your time with adulterers. Your mouth is filled with wickedness, and your tongue is full of lies. You sit around and slander your brother, your own mother's son. While you did all this, I remained silent, and you thought I didn't care. But now I will rebuke you, listing all my charges against you. Repent, all of you who forget me, or I will tear you apart, and no one will help you. But giving thanks and a sacrifice that truly honors me. If you keep to my path, I will reveal to you the salvation of God." And here's our side note for the day. It's based off of Psalms 57:15. It says, "More than caretakers. All the world is mine and everything in it." Psalms 50:12. "Everything I have ultimately belongs to God. My money, house, yard, car, dog, children, and marriage belong to God. My job, hobbies, relationships, gifts, talents, mind, heart, soul, body, and time belong to God. And the breath He gives me in each morning belongs to Him. I belong to Him. I'm merely the manager of the resources He's placed under my stewardship. So what does it mean to live as if we truly believe that everything belongs to God? The answer varies based on our unique callings, but all of us are accountable to God for the way we employ what He gives us. And He wants us to be much more than just caretakers. In Matthew 25:14-30, Jesus told the story of 3 servants. When the master went away, he expected his servants to invest what he'd given them, to take some risks, and to return to the master more than he'd given. When he returned, the master praised the 2 servants who had invested and produced a return on the money he'd given them. He rebuked the 3rd servant, but not for squandering his money. No, it was for choosing to keep it safe. The servant had protected, and that wasn't good enough. As stewards, we have no right to squander, hoard, treasure, ignore, abuse, or merely protect what God has entrusted to us. We're obligated to use these gifts as God would want. God gives us gifts not merely for our pleasure, but for His pleasure and glory, which may bring us pleasure as well. Or it may require us to painfully loosen our grasp on something or someone we like to protect and hold on to. Rather than possessiveness, stewardship requires gratitude. Rather than a sense of entitlement, God calls us to responsibility. How selfish we are to think God's gifts are ours to do with as we please or to ignore. That is so true. A lot of people do that. I think we've all been guilty of that at some point in our life. Trying to hold on to what God has given to us. But, we are meant to bless others. And sometimes that's with people, things, money. Sometimes we have to let go and just give everything to God. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I think you guys get the gist of what I'm trying to say. So that was pretty deep, but I love it. So I hope that you guys are blessed beyond measure today. I've actually got to get back to work. That took my break. But know that you guys are loved, cherished, honored, highly favored, prayed over. I love you all so, so much. I pray that you guys were able to soak in some knowledge today from God and His Word. And I really hope you guys are still rocking and vibing with me on this journey. It's pretty cool. So, food for thought today. Is there some things in your life that God's been trying to let you know to let go of, or to use better, wisely, like your time, your expenses, maybe certain people in your life? Is it time to let go and give it all to God? Maybe trust Him more with certain things in your life or areas in your life. It's some food for thought. Anyway, I pray that you guys are abundantly blessed, and until the next one, I'll see y'all then. I love you. God bless you.